talking about at EVO, players turn up and you haven't really heard of them before.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have a name like this.
This is.
I'm not even going to say it.
I'm not either.
I refuse to say it.
I will stand with you on that. But I will say Michelangelo's name a lot because he's got a great name. Not only is his name actually Mike, but it's because of his favorite Ninja Turtle.
I mean, I assumed that was the case, but I never asked him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's unfortunate he didn't really play a lot of Injustice 2 because Michelangelo was a playable character.
I know. He actually did. He did practice the character, I think, or as far as I
saw
know
him around early on playing Atrocitus and stuff like that, but I definitely didn't really see him too much after. I mean, Michelangelo has always been a Mortal Kombat guy.
It's true. I mean, he's been good at Injustice, but I mean, he had to at that point, right? I mean, you release a character with literally who's like your namesake, and you don't play it. But I just think maybe it's just one of those things where like, hey, maybe he wasn't around, you know? Sometimes, so I was actually just talking about this with one of my friends, but a lot of us older school, which is weird to even call myself old school because I feel like I'm not that old school, but you know, we've been playing Mortal Kombat for, what, 8 years now? Yeah. At least in these big tournaments, traveling these big tournaments. A lot of us are grown up, and it sucks.
I was literally just talking to old David about this yesterday, how it's kind of crazy how time flies. New generations of players appear all the time as every year goes by. And actually looking at a next matchup that we're going to be seeing, actually, and it's going to be really interesting. Showtime versus Combat is going to be our next match. You know, anyway, we're talking about generations and players that were barely alive when Mortal Kombat 9 was out. Combat's one of them. Combat was a young lad.
I'm not sure he was even alive when Mortal Kombat 9 came out.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
Just short.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely not the classics.
Not old enough to buy the game himself.
I remember running Samij. I was running Samij through Ultimate MK3 and showing him how to play Melina, and he was like, "Wait, I have to hold a button to do a projectile? What?"
I would love to see like some sort of video of like, you know, like maybe like
what, kids react.
Like teaching, finding all these younger kids who are these extremely good like Mortal Kombat 11 and Injustice 2 players that have never played the old Mortal Kombat, and like showing them how to play, that would be key. But here we go, going into the match, Michelangelo is of course using that Shang Tsung. Maybe, okay, so I don't want to say like the premier Shang Tsung player, but the premier solo Shang Tsung player probably that we've seen so far today. Of course, I was also really impressed with Foxy's, but Foxy's been switching back and forth, which is actually terrifying.
Yes, that's the idea, right? Sometimes if it's there for the matchup, it's there. And Michelangelo, I know he would have played a little bit of Baraka too, so he's not going to be shy of morphing away. You know, say yes, he has a lot of work to do here, but Baraka, one of the heaviest hitters in the game, and at this health, any confirm into Fatal Blow will probably kill, especially now. Flawless block on the wake up, blocks to overhead, commit, and oh, that was the round! That was the round, he bet everything.
That's gonna hit everybody. That's gonna hit everybody today. Michelangelo went into the lab and he's like, you know what? What's the one move that nobody's gonna block today? So he figured out back three, up three. I don't even know honestly what the rest of that is, but nice crushing blow. Makes him waste all of his defensive meter very early on in this round, plus just gets a solid amount of extra damage from it. You know what other string nobody's gonna block from Shang Tsung? Back 2-1-1-2. It's the one where he like smashes the ground and then the little like projectile flies around that's an overhead.
Yeah, it's like that weird one, like 2-1, up 2, down 2 as well. That really
that
straight.
one too, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of these weird spell strings, right, that create projectiles. But so far, Michelangelo doing a good job, and that forward throw, whilst it does 2% less damage, does heal Shang Tsung by a tiny bit, but only on the forward throw though.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. Overall though, it's essentially the same life swing as a normal throw. It's 100 damage and 40 healing, I believe. I think it's the same. Or I'm insane. But did he just do back three? That had to have been a mistake. Back three into the charge?
I call it a happy accident if it connected.
It's the ultimate read. He's like, you know, I'm going to convert into the most unsafe option that I have, just to show you that I know that back three was going to hit.
But I mean, yeah, Say Yes did what he could to get in. I think he wasn't able to fully capitalize when he was point blank. It kind of all fell apart for him after the first round happened. He didn't quite punish that back three string. That is one of the most disgusting fatalities in the game. I can't believe it.
I love it.
I mean, it's great, but it's disgusting.
It's like you're taking the center out of like a sunflower seed or something.
Yeah, that's how I get the seeds out of my pomegranates, man.
Yeah.
You don't do that?
You call like demons from the Netherrealm who like come on in and they're like, yeah.
The two demons are like my two hands. Punch the pomegranate until the seeds come out.
I want to see the TQT, right? That's his tag. Who makes all the memes? Yeah, and he's going to make one for that one now.
You know he's probably listening right now, this TQT.
Possibly.
I've never known a man to make so many memes in such a short space of time as TQT. He's a real champion of it. But
definitely,
the character changes come through. It's now going to be Sonya from Say Yes. And I'm not really sure. I still feel like Shang Tsung, they're going to have similar zoning here. It's going to be a matter of who gets the life lead.
Yeah, well, the one nice thing is that when Sonya gets inside, although I feel like it's tough to even say that she does less damage than Baraka. She does slightly less damage, but her mix-up potential is considerably scarier.
But now, looks like Sayes isn't interested in mix-ups. He wants to play the full-screen game, but Michelangelo's been managing that life lead much more impressively so far. Just to confirm, but 1-1. Bit of a weird string to land when you convert in the air. The 1-1, the standing 1 knocks him up quite high up in the air.
It does.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Okay, I want to see the mix. Standing 2, what was that? And it hit.
It works. That's what it did. That's what I call it. And yeah, getting the life lead even further. Corpse drop's going to seal it, and now match point for Michelangelo is continuing to look really tidy here at EVO 2019.
Yeah, also, I mean, I gotta say, he's the only one who's soul stealing, pretty much the only one who's soul stealing. The only one who's consistently soul stealing as an ender, which it's a good strategy. I'm glad that we get to see somebody really try it, especially a good player like Michelangelo.
He's gonna get these trades, and much like round number 1, he's just been managing this life lead situation so much better. Doesn't anti-egg, he doesn't need to, and now he's gonna get some combos. But again, remember, those Hell Sparks, they don't work in the corner. You just don't have the range.
Yeah.
But now you do.
Yeah, his combo routes are slightly different in the corner, but it's not going to matter if you're just barely outside. Oh, I like this. You end in the soul steal, and then you turn back, and then you get to do whatever you want. It's really like, it's kind of like a BN thing. It's not really, but it's a fun way to end.
Oh, we're going to miss the fatality.
Oh.
Man, I hate it when players I mean, I understand why they do, but disconnecting the pad. Best time to do that Kintaro fatality is after game 1. They have no choice but to watch it.
Yeah. You got a fatal after game 1. You know, force them to watch. Force the stream to watch. Especially if it's like a